With all that's going on about the innovation of AI and how it's going to change the world, I was reminded of 1973. I was working for the Polaroid Corporation, and we had just introduced the SX70. It was this fold-up camera that was beautiful, sold for about $160, and took instant pictures. At that time, I was 29 years old. I was one of the top salesmen. There were only about 30 salesmen that covered the whole United States. And I was the only one who got a billboard put up of the SX70 camera. It was down in downtown St. Paul. And so I was invited to come to Cambridge, Massachusetts with about 5 other individual representatives of the company. And I was fortunate enough to sit next to Dr. Edwin Land at the dinner that night. And I remember very vividly, he sat right there on my right-hand side, and I asked him, in the advent of the SX70, what's the future of photography look like, Dr. Land? And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, in the future, a college student will go to a lecture, and rather than take notes from the blackboard that the professor put up on the blackboard, when the class is over, he'll walk up and take out of his pocket a device, and he'll take a picture of what is on that blackboard and then take it back to his dorm room and project it on another device, and that'll be photography. It will be something that you'll just use as, rather than take notes, it'll become a part of your life. That was his story. And then, let's see, 34 years later, Steve Jobs introduced us in 2007 to the iPhone. He described to me in 1973 what Steve Jobs showed the people on the stage 34 years later, and he called it the iPhone. The reason I think about that is I didn't connect the dots. Of course, they were 34 years apart, and I was 29 years of age, and I don't know that there was something that happened immediately that I could have figured out, but I'm not going to let that happen again. I realized today that this is my second chance, that the advent of AI and intellectual learning is going to change the world. I was talking to Nita today, and I said, you know, people just aren't adapting it. And she said, well, when do you think they will? And I said, when the robot who makes your bed, cleans your toilets, does mows the grass, when that individual, if you will, that robot is there and is so accessible, you start asking it questions and it starts giving you answers. And then it tells you, I can do your taxes for you. Just let me scan your last year's and then give me an access to your bank account and your other documents, and I'll do your taxes for you. And then you turn to him and you say, I'm not feeling so good. I have this pain. And then yesterday, and he asks you what you have to eat yesterday. And all of a sudden, everywhere that you get advice, you will turn to that robot, because he'll be there in your house, or her, and they'll answer questions for you. You know, because I look at what we have done with Samantha and the work we've done to promote our or to buy our portfolio, and how we've exceeded the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, and yet it hasn't been adapted, but about 920 people. No, it has to become second nature before most people will adapt it, because it takes work now. But when that robot is in your house, and it looks like a him or her, and it acts like a him and her, you'll start asking it questions. And it will start accessing all the knowledge in the world, and this world will change. Will it take 34 years? That's when Dr. Land told me what the world was going to be in the future. Is that what I'm telling you? Now, am I the Dr. Land and you're the Kerry Grinkmeyer, and it's going to take 34 years before it appears on a stage and you buy one and you get it in? I don't think so. I think that's going to be down to 3 or 4 years rather than 34 years. And that first robot AI agent will make its way into your home and you will start depending on it. Now, the interesting thing is, I went back and looked. When Apple stock came out in 1980, again, Dr. Land told me about this in 1973. Apple stock came out in 1980. It was for equivalent of 10 cents a share. It's now at about $300 a share. Should I have connected that? Probably not, but I really should have connected it when the iPhone appeared on the stage. When Steve Jobs said, and it's a phone, it's a record player, it's a camera, I should have said, oh my God, Dr. Edwin Land told me about that in 1973 when I was 29 years old, 34 years ago. No, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I see where this is going. I see the companies that are the Apples of 1980. Yeah, I see it. I know where they're at, and I'm going to buy them. I hope you do too. This is the change in our world that is going to be remembered by the generations of the past. And again, I'm very proud to say that I had the first vision of the cell phone and camera, the iPhone, when I was 29 years old in 1973, having dinner with Dr. Edwin Land. I feel lucky.